So I finally got around to watch Sinners, which kind of blew me away as far as expectations, and of course, spoilers ahead.
Smoke.
Directed by Ryan Coogler. Man, he visually encapsulated the time period perfectly. And Michael B. Jordan stood out as an amazing actor, as he is always. Usually I hate movies where two twins are playing the same character. De Niro just tried to do it in Alto Nights or whatever. It sucked. And even though I couldn't really tell the two twins apart throughout the whole movie, but it really was so fire. It was so well directed, this movie. It's like a 5 out of 5 as far as directors go. You can learn a masterclass from this guy, as you're about to hear.
So about these frames, all right? Each time it's exposed on one of our formats, the Ultra Panavision 70mm format, okay? It's exposed with these 5 perforations, and it's exposed at an aspect ratio, which is basically the size of the rectangle that you're watching a movie on. It's exposed at a 2.76 to 1 aspect ratio. This is one of the widest formats you'll see a film projected on. Very rare to see a film projected in this format. The other format that we shot on was the IMAX Film 15 perf format. And once you expose the image on that, you get a ratio of 1:43 to 1. So the film was shot with 2 different aspect ratios. And this is the first time ever that a film has been released combining these 2. So it was a pretty complicated process to shoot. We had a lot of fun. But when it comes down to the release, there's a lot of options for you guys. We'll talk about that.
In the next chapter, I want to go over that this movie honestly could have been anything. It could have been anything it wanted with these two twins. It didn't have to be a vampire movie. It could have been a bank robbery movie, which we've seen a lot of times, and I'm glad they went a different direction, but it still could have been anything. I would have been encapsulated with these twins taking the KKK, which they did almost at the end of the movie, or going down south and robbing a bunch of banks, or even there was a World War I tie-in. These two were in the war together. That would have been sick too. What I hope they do for the future is make almost like a prequel to this movie, but like a World War I movie or some kind of bank robbery movie. They mentioned they were in Chicago and they took a bunch of money from different people. That would be sick too. They could have went so many directions with this, and they still can. And honestly, everyone always says it's like a cliche now, but this movie was made for the fucking theater, dude. Like, this movie would have been so sick. I watched it on a nice TV, but still, watching it in like an IMAX theater, like I watched F1, which I'll do a review on, it would have been great as well. I know I keep hyping this up and hyping this up and hyping this up, but it looked dope. It really was so well directed. But honestly, it could have been better. The plot was a little lacking. I didn't really understand a lot of tie-ins. And I watched this weird movie like a while back because I'm a huge Quentin Tarantino guy. It was a copycat movie from Dusk Till Dawn. It reminded me so much of that. It was 2 brothers. Both were fleeing from cops, and they ran into like a vampire bar, and then it became a weird vampire movie, which is odd. And that's exactly what this was. Sinners was like that. It was a 40s movie. It was awesome. It was a time period piece, and then they ran into vampires. I'm like, all right. One thing I gotta say is that the songs in Sinners was sick. Really, really, really good songs. I was very impressed by the singing in this movie.
The drunk a pint of beer, my grief and tears to smother then on eve where I was born. Cut a stout black dawn to punish loud and doors on the rocky road to double.
But as far as originality goes, I really do think it's a breath of fresh air instead of a superhero movie that's been rebooted a million times, to see something new, creative, envisioned, so well directed. And honestly, I think it was really good overall. I'm not saying it was a perfect movie by all means, but it really was solid. Michael B. Jordan delivered it to us very well, and I hope to see more stuff that comes from this. Maybe if they work together, collab in another thing. But overall, very good movie. I liked it a lot.
Nah, fool, it's Jim Crow. Nigga, of course it's me. Open the door.